All right, folks, let's dive into the latest political showdown in Washington. Today we're talking about the fiery clash between Senator Josh Hawley and a nominee who signed a controversial letter back in 2021. So here's the scoop. Senator Hawley starts off by grilling the nominee about a letter they signed urging then Vice President Mike Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove former President Trump. The letter described Trump as unfit for office and a reckless and wanton threat to the Constitution. Hawley gets straight to the point. You signed this letter. Does this still reflect your views?
Mr. McKenzie, I just want to ask you one thing really quickly here before my time expires. You wrote a letter in 2021 asking then Vice President Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment. I just want to quote you to make sure I get this right. You asked, that's the removal from office provision, the unfitness from office provision of the Constitution. So you urged then VP Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment against then President Trump to declare to the leaders of Congress that the president's unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office. You went on to say that then President Trump was unfit for office and a reckless and wanton threat to the Constitution. Does that still reflect your views?
Senator, I do want to correct the record. I didn't write the letter. Along with hundreds of other folks, signed on to the letter because we were concerned about the events of January 6th.
Okay, you signed the letter, though.
Absolutely.
Does that still represent your views?
I signed the letter, Senator. I was concerned about January 6th.
Yeah, and you haven't changed your view at all that the ex-president is unfit for office, a reckless and wanton threat to the Constitution?
Under the Judicial Code of Ethics, if that matter were to come before me, it would be inappropriate for me to state my position at this time. So I'm precluded from stating that position.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out if your views changed. I think you've answered my question. I think your answer is you stand by it. You signed it. You stand by it. Is that fair to say? I'm not trying to get how you rule out a case. I'm just trying to figure out, you signed a letter. I just want to make sure that you haven't changed your views. I think you've answered my question. I think you said you stand by it. Don't let me put words in your mouth, but is that correct? You signed it, you stand by it. Is that fair to say?
It is correct that I signed the letter.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The nominee, composed but cautious, replies, Senator, I did not write the letter. I, along with hundreds of others, signed it because of concerns surrounding January 6th. But Hawley's not backing down. But you signed it. Do you still believe the former president is unfit for office, reckless, a threat to the Constitution? The nominee, sticking to the script, says, under the Judicial Code of Ethics, I cannot state my position on matters that could come before me. However, it is correct that I signed the letter. Hawley presses further. I'm not asking how you'd rule on a case. I'm asking if your views have changed. Do you still stand by what you signed? The nominee, still unwilling to budge, leaves Hawley no choice but to drive his point home. So you signed the letter and it's fair to say you stand by it, correct? The nominee finally concedes, it is correct that I signed the letter. With that, Hawley leans back and declares, thank you, I think that says everything. This moment highlights the intersection of ethics and political accountability. Judicial nominees are bound by strict codes of conduct, but should past public statements be scrutinized this heavily? This exchange serves as a powerful reminder of how political actions and public accountability collide. Whether you agree with Hawley's approach or the nominee's measured responses, it's clear that these moments shape public perception and trust. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who loves staying informed. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more insightful content. Until next time, take care and stay informed.